Oh, well, I'm gonna try to make this quick little video. I don't know if it's gonna cut me off at some points because I know that I still have videos to upload and get rid of off my phone, but I just wanted to say all this before I forgot it. It's been kind of a chaotic night/evening. I started panicking about how I'm gonna get to the courthouse. I was starting to hyperventilate, and it just sometimes feels like everyone around me is a closed door. What little people that I do know around here. And I don't know. I might end up having things work out after all. I do feel better after I talked with my aunt. But I'm trying to not let fear get in the way and keep my mind positive and have faith that things are going to work out. It's tough because one of my biggest one of the things that I've had the hardest time dealing with is being around, and I don't want to give the wrong idea because I've actually managed to keep myself out of trouble for most of my life, but that's partly because of my fear that I've dealt with when it comes to authority figures and not having my freedom, feeling trapped and controlled. Which sounds like your stereotypical Sagittarius, which is my sun sign, but I'm mostly Earth, so people sometimes will misperceive. I think that means that I have, like, commitment, and I actually love commitment, but I just don't like being controlled. You know, commitment doesn't mean that you're controlled. Not if you're with a good partner, not if you're with somebody that actually loves you. And some people might think that they're being controlled when they're not. And that's commitment issues. But I'm talking about, like, fear of being locked up, fear of government taking my rights away in different ways. I'm not talking about interpersonal relationships. Granted, I do know what it's like to be controlled in interpersonal relationships. I guess I'm just not afraid of that because I know that I wouldn't allow it. And it's easier to get away from a regular person, than it is the government. Like, another individual doesn't have the power that the government has, but I do have protection. I believe I'm protected. And I need to remind myself that I'm protected and have trust and faith in what protects me, who protects me, and in myself. Yeah. It's just that when you have a child, You have so much that you could potentially lose in your life. And nothing would hurt me more than to not have my son. And I don't know what would happen exactly if I were to get locked up. But I'm not going to. No. I will figure something out. I have to figure it out. I don't have a choice. Sorry if there's pauses, it's just I'm trying not to cry, in all honesty. When my son told me about my ex being around, I didn't want to hear about him. I wasn't going to be rude to my son about it, of course, because he was just telling me. I just don't like hearing about him because it just puts an icky feeling in my stomach after all that he did to me, and him trying to bother me and trying to get me back. And I'm like, just hoping that now that he's back in the area that he won't try to bother me in person. One good thing that he said, though, my son, is that at least for now, he is in a facility in the area where he has to stay within said facility. Of course, he can leave if he wants, unless it's court ordered. I have no idea. So I have no idea how long he'll be in said facility, and if he'll try to bother me when he's out, like in person, bother me in person. But I'm hoping he won't. I'm hoping he'll just leave me be. Man. Am I wrong, though, that I had a hard time holding back laughter because of the fact that my son told me the location that he's in, the facility that he's in, it's Christian based, and at least last I knew he is Satanist, and so am I wrong for laughing about that? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I've said before in another video, like, I've gotten along with people from all walks of life, basically. I can get along with Satanists, I can get along with Christians, I can get along with all kinds of different walks of life. Like I said before, as long as a person isn't into harming children and animals, and I don't mean like eating meat, I mean like, into torturing them and stuff. I don't mind if someone hunts, that doesn't bother me at all. But as long as you're not into, torturing animals or hurting children, I don't have a problem with you, Well, I don't like racism. I don't like racists. But yeah, my point's been made. I don't discriminate based off of someone's spiritual, religious, or non-religious, or non-spiritual beliefs. Because like I said before, I've met good and bad people of all of those said walks of life, so why would I discriminate? But with that said, my Satanist ex being in a Christian facility is, I don't know, it's humorous to me. I'm sorry if that makes me sound like I'm a mean person, but I don't know. What can I say? It's humorous to me. But for all I know, he might have decided that he's Christian now. I have no idea. Like I said, I hope he doesn't try to bother me. I hope he lets me live my life and leaves me alone. Because he's tripping hard if he thinks he's gonna get me back. There's absolutely no way in hell, or in any other location, that I would go back to. There's literally only one person that I would consider